Hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to another new episode of our Curious Creations segment here on My Creations YouTube and cosplaying content. Yay!
For some reason, I was just prepared for like, love, destroy. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's not what we're doing today.
If you guys are excited, I hope you are. Head on down to that like button and please like it for me. If you're new, destroy that subscribe button since you said it already. Like, love, destroy. And if you haven't already, make sure you love that little bell on so you always know when some My Creations YouTube and cosplay content is coming your way.
That was a little weird.
Yeah, but you said it, so that's why I did it.
Well, you're kind of weird.
I never said I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
But last time in our video, we talked about what Curious Creations was. It's a discussion of homebrew, D&D races and classes, and we discussed the Brightmaid, which is a unicorn race of humanoid characters. When their mother was pregnant, they were blessed by a unicorn, and they came out with unicorn traits like a horn, hooves, feet, things like that. So, and my wife is telling me to move it along, so. But today we'll be talking about the race that will be pairing with this, not the race, the class that will be pairing with this race. And that class is none other than the healer. Actually, the healer variant.
Is there a regular healer?
There is. I didn't like it as much. I thought this one was cooler.
Okay. Well, okay.
So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and read a very brief description of what a healer is. The hurts of the world are many-fold. Minor accidents are common and usually easily dealt with. However, when conflict and all-out warfare occur, they leave misery and hurt in their wake that can stagger the imagination. While good-aligned clerics are called upon to heal, the complex obligations and abilities often get in the way of pure solace and remediation. Not so to the healer. Remediation, yeah, big words suck. Not so the healer. One of the healer's great purposes in life is to provide protection, and failing that, healing to all good people who require her aid. Aww, so she wants to help people.
Always.
Which is actually one of the abilities, which makes this class kind of suck, but it's still cool and interesting in a different way. But the healer is an arcane spellcaster who gets, and I'm pretty sure it's arcane. I have not seen anything that says it's not. It might be celestial, actually, I guess. But the healer is a spellcaster that heals using magic and prayer through a deity, which makes me think that they're not arcane. It makes me think they're celestial, like a cleric. But the quick build version of this is something that you want to do. You want to have wisdom as your highest ability score, and then charisma followed by dexterity and constitution. So let's go ahead and go over some of the class traits that come with the healer. You get a hit dice of 1d10. That is a lot.
It's beefy.
It's a lot, though.
Beefy.
I think it's a lot.
I like it. It's a less squishy healer.
It's a less squishy healer?
It's a less squishy healer.
I still think it's kind of a lot.
No, I think it's good.
Just my opinion.
It's
but because they're not out there, dealing damage. They're out the sideline like, who heal you?
Yeah, so they're all about healing, so they're extra healthy.
I guess. I don't. Oh my gosh.
They're extra healthy.
You're so silly. So at first level, a healer will gain 10 plus their Constitution modifier, and at higher levels after that, 1d10 plus Constitution modifier. They are only proficient in light and hide armor. So, but that makes sense, they're not running around tanking, they're just running around healing when they can, and keeping themselves safe along the way. They're only proficient in simple weapons, which means, quarterstaffs, short swords, I believe, crossbows.
Yeah.
Simple weapons. Something you can pick up and do without, like, ooh, why do you do this? How do I do this without chopping my own hand off?
Right. That's a difficult task.
Yeah, it could be difficult.
Yeah.
They are gifted either the herbalism kit or the healer kit. Their saving throws include wisdom and charisma, which I have already marked down because we will be building this character here in a little bit. And they get to choose 2 from the following skills: persuasion, animal handling, medicine, nature, religion, and survival. Now, I think I already chose. No, that's gifted.
Let's just wait.
Yeah, we'll wait on that. We'll wait on that till we're done. And there is some equipment things that you can do, but some things that bundles that you can get for equipment. But let's go ahead and go on from there. So we're going to discuss everything you get at level 1 and some random things that along the healer level up chart that we think is cool. So starting out level 1, like most classes, you get a +2 in your proficiency bonus, and you get spell casting, which this might answer a question actually right here. As a devoted user of healing and the divine, you have access to healer spells. However, you might not choose many spells that do damage. Healers do not acquire spells from books or scrolls, nor do they prepare them through study. Instead, they meditate and pray for their spells, receiving them through their own strength of faith. Okay, so yeah, this is not arcane. My bad, guys. Ignore me. A healer must choose a time at which they must spend a number of minutes equal to the sum of all the spells levels they are preparing. After the first spell, they only must spend the full time preparing newly prepared spells and half the time for already prepared spells. Time spent resting cannot be used in the preparation of spells. A healer may prepare and cast any spell on the healer list, and healing spells that does not count unit damage or cause the target to make a saving throw, provided they can cast spells of that level, but must choose which spells to prepare during their daily meditation or prayer. A healer can prepare as many spells at their wisdom modifier plus healer level. At level 1, you get 3 cantrips.
I like how it says it can't cause them to make a saving throw. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's because the healer is all about not hurting somebody in any kind of negative way.
Right, but I mean, you don't have to hurt somebody to make them make a saving throw.
And I think there's examples of some spells that you could take as long as your opponent doesn't make a saving throw, that you're fine. Because I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere in here.
Interesting.
So spellcasting, this is a total support class. There is no way around that.
No.
You are not going out there with the intent to do damage. You are going out like a cleric. You can go out.
You are a dedicated healer.
Everyone likes to think that a cleric is a dedicated healer. No, this is a dedicated healer. So, the next effect you get at level 1 is devoted healer. At first level, a healer takes the oath of vulnerability. This oath requires them to be prone to the possibility of injuring themselves, to fully empathize with those in their care, and doing so by not wearing metal armor or using a metal shield. A healer who uses metal armor or metal shields, even if proficient, is unable to cast spells granted by the spellcasting feature or spell-like abilities of the healer class for 24 hours during and until after all the metal armor and or shield is taken off. There is no penalty using a simple weapon made of metal or otherwise. As part of the healer's vow, they are forbidden from attempting to kill a living foe, even in self-defense. They may, however, choose to inflict non-lethal damage if forced to defend themselves. They are a D-list who happen to be ill-prepared for the perils of combat. As an aspect of this vow, the healer gains the option of gaining the spell Cure Wounds or Healing Word, which does not count towards the number of healer spells prepared that you know. And I actually took the Healing Word one because I like the range.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, later on when we talk about what we're doing for the character. As at least all healers have one of these 2 spells, and as normal, you may, of course, pick one later in the class as a prepared spell, but as a developing healer, you have the devotion to have one of these healing spells.
Yeah,
So you get a free healing spell already, which...
Right, but you have to dedicate yourself to not killing anything, or
and you can't wear metal.
Trying to injure them,
So yeah, again, you are total support.
You're definitely relying on some other people to do some harm.
But I mean,
it's not going to be you.
As long as those people are willing to take up the slack of you not being able to really hurt anybody, they will benefit so much from your constant... Sorry, just got my pen stolen from me. There's only 2 more effects that you get at level 1, and one of them is Devoted Healer. At first level, wait.
You already did Devoted Healer.
What was the one I just passed then?
I don't know.
My bad. Healing Hands and Atonement. Sorry, guys.
What the heck?
At first level, this is Healing Hands. At first level, whenever the healer casts a spell that cures hit point damage, they add their charisma modifier to the amount healed, minimum of 1. For instance, if a first level healer with 18 wisdom and 16 charisma casts Cure Wounds, they cure 1d8 plus 4 points of normal damage, plus an additional 3 points of damage due to their charisma bonus. This bonus applies only to spells that you can cast as a healer, not to those that you may have by virtue of levels in another class. So again,
nice.
They're
That's
just
very nice.
total freaking healers.
That's very nice.
The last effect you get at level 1 is called Atonement. If a healer refuses to heal an ally, an innocent bystander, or a good aligned creature, or allows an ally to die from the means that they could have easily fixed or countered, or inflicts a killing blow on any creature, the healer loses all spell casting and spell-like abilities until they have atoned. A healer atones in a similar manner as a cleric or paladin does by needing to complete a spiritual quest. This quest is determined by the GM and for the duration of the quest, as long as it is being actively pursued without delay, a healer has access to all healing and defense warding spells that is equal to or lower than 3rd level. However, this is up to the DM. Again, hit people.
Right, but that could be an interesting storyline thing, where like you accidentally killed somebody and now you're trying to atone.
Which is why you become a healer.
Well, no, I mean like.
Oh, okay.
Starting in an atonement phase, I think it'd be an interesting way to start.
So you're like even more worse because you can't do anything that you're good at.
Yeah, but I mean that could be an interesting like way to start a campaign, like.
It would be, but at the same time...
It could be why you're traveling.
Yeah. I just...
I mean, it would start you at a disadvantage, but I mean, it'd be interesting role-playing wise versus, like, being good at things.
Don't get me wrong, I do like things about this class, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, wow, this class kind of sucks.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's a good class. I think the only thing is you couldn't play, like... It doesn't seem like there's a way to be a dark healer or like
Not
a
really.
bad guy.
Not
like,
really.
I know, but I mean, like I'm sure there's plenty of other classes with like.
You can have an evil cleric. You can have an evil paladin.
Yeah.
You can't really have an evil.
The way
healer.
this one's written, it doesn't seem like it.
No, you can't really have an evil.
I'm sure
healer.
there's like other homebrew classes where they have like a life drain and stuff like that for darker forces, but this one is definitely like. A good only kind of class.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate because usually you like to explore the darker side of things. It's
Sometimes.
kind of impossible with this one.
Yeah.
So.
Unless you were originally a bad person and now you're trying to be good and become a healer, but like you still have those like characteristics of badness and you're just like, but sometimes I still think about it.
Sometimes I still think about killing, but then I remember that I'm a healer.
Sometimes I want to smash people's head in, but then I remember I'm not about that life anymore.
Wow. So at level 1, you get to start with 3 cantrips known and 2 level 1 spells, which isn't actually all that bad. So we're not going to go over every single ability in here because that would just be silly. We'd be here for over an hour talking about just this class.
Right.
But we're going to pick up some cool things. Like at 8th level, you actually pick up a celestial companion. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up real quick. When a healer attains 8th level, the deities recognize them for their devotion and grant them a celestial unicorn companion as their mount and aid. Why did we pick this class? Oh, because maybe that would be cool if the GM would allow this Brightmaid to meet their unicorn parent by getting to 8th level for Celestial Companion? Come on!
Okay. This is like a forced... Like,
It's not forced. The GM can pick whoever they want.
Yeah, it could be a different one.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet my dad! Who are you? I don't know who the hell you are, kid, but I didn't parent you. Steve the Unicorn.
Steve the Unicorn.
The unicorn is a symbol of healing and purity which serves the healer willingly and unswervingly. Once per long rest as an action, the healer may magically call their companion from the celestial realms in which it resides. The unicorn immediately appears adjacent to the healer and remains for 2 hours per healer level. It may be dismissed without expending an action. The unicorn is the same unicorn called for every time this feature is used. Each time the unicorn is called, it appears at full health, regardless of any damage it may have been taken previously. The unicorn also appears wearing and carrying any gear it had when it last disappeared. That is cool.
So that means you can like store stuff on your unicorn.
Yeah!
And then it comes back and they still got it. And you're like, oh, great, cool. Alright.
At 20th level, the unicorn stays with the healer until it dies or is dismissed.
Wow, that's kind of nice.
And you also gain effects with your celestial companion as you level up. You get like, at 8th level, you get empathic link and invasion. At 10th level, you share your saving throws. At 11th level, you share spells. At 12th level, you get a bonus to AC and hit dice. At 14th level, you both get a stat increase. At 15th level, you get devotion. I'm not going to read too much into these, but you get so much. You get a more increase to AC, more increase to health dice. You get improved speed, and everything increases again, and then shared resistance. So maybe that's why you get all this cool stuff, because you can't really deal damage.
Right. But you can be tough as hell.
Yeah, you can literally, like, you know, if I can't deal any damage, I'm at least going to go up there and, you know, tank.
It's a little bit tanky, yeah.
So.
Kinda, yeah.
But the Celestial Companion's really cool. I kind of like that.
What's he get?
Which one do you want me to click into now and look?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you need to click in any of them, but I like that you get. I like the new limb and new life stuff. Like,
let's go ahead and read those two, and then we'll go to something else. At 17th level, the healer can cast Regenerate to restore a lost or damaged body part once per week.
I mean, I can just imagine, like, you're like, oh, you lost an arm? No, it's cool. Watch this.
You know what I can't help but imagine?
What?
Lost your penis? Here it is! New limb! I couldn't help it.
Wow. I never would have gone to that.
I couldn't help. I did.
You're a guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
At 20th level, you get the ability called New Life. When you bring a dead creature to life, for example when casting True Resurrection, this is half of the cost for you. If you reach 0 HP and have to make a death saving throw at the start of your turn, you have the option to be filled with Divine Force and gain the effects of casting Aura of Life. Without concentration, which if this returns other creatures to 1 HP from this feature, they emit life for a 10-foot radius and dim life for 10 feet beyond that. This is once per long rest. You can cast New Life once per long rest.
Well, I mean, but you have to be level 20, which basically means you're gods at that point.
Gosh.
But dang.
We're not going to go into too much more with the healer, but you guys are kind of getting the idea. I just want to tell you what the cantrips are and what the first level spells are. Cantrips are Guidance, Light, Mending, Resistance, Spare the Dying, gosh, I cannot say words right now. Thaumaturgy. That's not how you pronounce it, but Blade Ward, Message, Dancing Lights. The first level spells you get are Bless, Ceremony, Comprehend Languages, Cure Wounds, Create or Destroy Water, Detect Magic, Detect Poison Disease, Detect Evil and Good, Expeditious Retreat, False Life. You get the point. I'm not going to keep going into this.
Yes, please don't.
You
can read the spells.
There's a lot of spells.
Links in the description.
Links in the description below. But all in all, I don't hate the class, but it is very restrictive.
It is, but you get some cool other things.
I think the coolest thing is that animal companion, because you get a lot of stuff with that animal companion. Right. I hate that it's just a unicorn, though. There are other really cool celestial creatures.
Yeah, but since you picked this to be with our Brightmaid, it'll make sense.
But I'm just talking about, like, if I didn't happen to have
I don't know. I'd be freaking happy with a unicorn.
I'd be pretty happy with a unicorn.
I don't care.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start building our character real quick. I'm going to roll dice for our 6 abilities first. Taking what I roll. I'm not going to re-roll anything.
You're not going to re-roll anything?
Nope. Ooh. Not going to re-roll anything. Top 3 dice.
Gutsy.
Top 3 dice, that's it. That is awful.
That was terrible.
Oh.
Why would you do this?
I don't think you can have a score that low.
Yeah, you can. You rolled a 7. What's the worst roll I've ever seen?
I think that's the worst roll I've ever done in my life.
Jesus. You're terrible.
Oh, shoot.
This Brightmaid's going to be a terrible thing.
Well, just put that in strength.
Apparently. You're going to wilt in the wind.
So that's 15. That's better.
Jeez.
I wish I had my thing over here. So
I should have rerolled 1 at least.
So that's 16.
No, yeah, that's 16. Well, I guess this is getting better.
This is getting much better.
There you go.
14. Alright, so 13, and we need one more.
Going back down.
Come on, 18. Give me an 18. 18. Well, it's not an 18.
No.
It is a 10, though.
Ugh.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get a +1 in wisdom, a +1 in charisma, and a +1 in dexterity.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Your character's gonna get blown over by a strong gust of wind.
I'm putting that 7 in strength, because that's just not worth it at all.
They're not climbing, they're not swimming, they're just not.
I'm gonna put that 10 in my intelligence, because I don't really need my intelligence. It's not my spellcasting ability. It's not going to be used to keep me tough or anything, you know.
They're not very smart.
I'm not smart. I'm not strong, but I'm wise.
You're a good person.
I'm a good person.
You're the worst kind of person.
So I'm going to put that 15 in my wisdom, which makes it a 16. Because of the +1. Let's see here. I could put the 14 in charisma and make that a 15. So I'll do that.
What did you put your other +1 in?
Dexterity.
Oh.
I just didn't write it down.
Okay. No, it's fine. You probably said it and I missed it.
I'm actually going to put my 13 in dexterity and make that a 14. And I'm going to put the 16 in Constitution.
We should probably tell them that the Brightmaid we're creating is a elf Brightmaid.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about that. No. We are creating...
It's like, wait a minute. Like, yeah, we should probably not get too far in.
I am creating a elven Brightmaid, so you guys know. But what you get for ability score modifiers is you get a +1 in wisdom, a +1 in charisma, and then a +1 of your choice. I chose to put it in dexterity because I'm an elf.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that. So my starting HP is 10 plus my Constitution modifier, which is 3. So I have a HP of 13, which is pretty good, actually.
That is pretty good. Well, silver.
And I am wearing studded leather. I have my horn. I haven't chosen any other weapons, but I'll put all that stuff in later. So yes, and I need to pick 2 skills. I think because I already have perception because of one of my abilities as a Brightmaid. I think it's ethereal appearance. Yeah.
There's persuasion.
Ethereal appearance. Persuasion. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said perception.
I don't know why you said perception either.
So cross persuasion off there. I don't need that. It's either animal handling, medicine, nature, religion, or survival. I'm thinking just animal handling and medicine.
Yeah, because you're obviously not surviving with a 7 strength.
Animal handling and medicine.
Like you ain't out in the wilderness. She's definitely been living.
Oh man.
Definitely been living the high life over with elves.
So I haven't chosen all my spells, but I'll choose those later. The spells I do have right now are, like we said, Druidcraft, Healing Word, and I get 3 cantrips and 2 level 1 spells. My spellcasting save is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom modifier, and my spell attack modifier is my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom modifier. So, yeah.
Did you name? Have you?
I have named her, and we'll go ahead and show off the character for you guys right now. We're actually going to do this real quick, though. Before we get into the actual character, I want to do a shout-out for the guy that did all the work for all the artwork for these channels. Well, not for the channels, but...
Well, except for the ones that are pulled from the wikis.
Except, yeah, but I'm talking about for all the characters that we're going to be building.
Yeah.
For all the characters that we're going to be building, Crim's Bacon here did all of the artwork for them. So he's an amazing...
That's a real-life picture. That's exactly what he looks like.
Yeah, well, that's a real-life picture. That's exact. You can find him at the social media that I will link down and below in the description, so you guys can check him out. Also, and by the way, if any of my friends try to do this, you're automatically disqualified, so don't even think about it, because I've been telling you guys about this for a while. This is just for you viewers that have been excited about getting some new Mod Creations content. I have a little challenge for you. I am going to show you 2 pieces of artwork done by Crim's Bacon. If you can guess not only what the race is, but what the class is, I will help you build your own character and get you art done by Crim's Bacon. I will take care of it. It's coming out of my pocket.
It's a little hard, though, because, like, it's a homebrew. It could
but
be a lot of
that's just it. Like,
but
that's
they're from
why
the homebrew wiki, though, yeah.
They are from the homebrew wiki, so here's the first one. And here's the second one. You guys can take all the time you want guessing up until the end of the next episode. So the 2 episodes are coming out this month. You have until then to guess. If you haven't guessed by then, maybe I'll do it for the next month too. I'll pick 2 characters and say, okay, guess, and we'll go from there. All right? But these are the 2 characters. If you guys can guess it, I will contact Crims and ask him if he will do some artwork for a custom character for you that I will help build. We'll pick a race together, we'll pick a class together, and we'll get some custom artwork done, and I will help you write an amazing backstory, okay?
I'm not gonna lie, these are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah, these are 2 of my favorites too, so I can't wait to tell the story of these 2 characters.
Yes.
So, but let's go ahead and get into the actual character that we're building today.
Yes.
The character that we're building today, like we said, is an elven brightmaid, and her name is Mira. Mira.
She's a delicate flower.
She is a very delicate flower.
she's.
So, I got the inspiration from Mira based off of this picture, along with this picture of Galadriel from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
This is where my inspiration came from for this.
It just means that she's definitely got a really white unicorn.
Yeah. So, this is the first image that we got from Crims, and I kind of went, she looks so sad. Can we make her happy? So he sent me the next picture, and she's like, oh, now she's happy and sparkling a little bit.
A little bit.
And here is the final picture we got of our fair unicorn maid, Mira. So I will be scanning into the computer, so you guys can download the character sheet. Mira, completely built at level 1 with all the spells that I would use for this character if I was to play this character.
Right. Well, she exists in your world. So.
Yeah, and she actually exists in my world, which you guys will hear the story of later on this week. But if you guys were to pick up this character and play it this week, I will have hopefully a downloadable character sheet that you guys can take and use for your own gameplay. This has been fun. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to doing more of these. Building these characters, taking these races, and bringing them to life. So, I've had a lot of fun, have you?
Yeah. I mean, you've made most of these. Because you're going to use them.
Well, I mean, I'm not using all of them. And I've offered to you to do some of these. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Brightmaid? What do you think of the healer? I think it's an awesome race. It's an awesome class.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And I think the character's coming together well. I'm looking forward to telling the story. We got to do some recording this week so we can finish that up and get that out to you guys. But again, I can't wait to hear what you guys' responses are to this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, I hope you did. Head on down to that like button and make sure you hit that like button with your unicorn horn.
Wow.
And if you're new, gallop on by and subscribe with us because
hate
we'd love to have you here
I
with
want
us.
you to know that.
Yeah, I know you hate me.
There's lots of hate for these puns.
And if you haven't already, use your celestial power and cast the spell of reminding, the spell of bells, so you'll always know when a video is coming your way.
I kind of hate you.
I know you do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I love you all so much. Thank you for being with us in our little family here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!